spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
On 1st and 10, Valdez. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. Here we go. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Here's Spears on 2nd down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 3rd down, Valdez. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw 1 when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 2nd and 1. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that to a ball game. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Valdez finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 20 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Hey, look at this Packers defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 37 yards on the punt with no return. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get through well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun. Valdez. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Off play action. Valdez. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Valdez. Now he steps away, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Looking to throw. Valdez. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later.
Down the numbers. There he goes. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A final shot before break. Valdez, and he's got this to Jefferson. Still on his feet, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 146 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
19. Warriors 17. Go.
2nd and 2. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup.
Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kicker on for the point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, ready, ready.
On 1st down, Valdez. Complete. Jefferson the target. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Valdez going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he gets this up past the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready, go. Cut, go.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Ready.
They give it to Freeman up the gun. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one's taken in by Spears. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Ready?
Back to throw now on second and 10.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw. Valdez. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
On second down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 95 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Looking to throw. Valdez to the right side and complete to Atwell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll set up a throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Down.
On 1st and 10, Valdez. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw. Valdez. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Touching. Offense.
Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So it's all over. A green